Hey guys, welcome to this guide. It's a guide. So in this lecture, I will be detailing you about how to learn data science in 2021. So it's a step-by-step career guide for you people because data science, machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence are the most happening technologies and job profiles in today's globe. So what do you need to actually become a data scientist? And if you want to learn data science, then what are the beginning steps to start with? So this is a step-by-step guide for you, especially designed for the new students who want to learn data science, who want to create their career in data science. So for those students, we have prepared this tutorial. So it will be very helpful for you if you're looking for the opportunity in data science. Okay, so let's begin with it. So there is no doubt about the data science. The data scientists are in high demand, right? So everywhere you go, there is a lot of data. So whatever you use in today's world, be it Facebook, Instagram, Gmail, Google search, okay, anything. So whatever you do in internet, you are generating a huge amount of data every minute. Okay, so every individual on this earth is generating a huge amount of data every minute. So everywhere the data is generated, but 95% of the data is going waste, right? So 95% of the data is going waste. So we need to trap that data so that we can make some better decisions, and it will be helpful for us to make some profits in our business domains. So that's the importance of data science, and data scientists are in high demand. As of 2020, the average data scientists make a, an average salary of $113,000 every year. Okay, that will be increasing in every 2 or 3 months. So the average is at least $113,000 a year. Okay, so learning data science, you could find yourself working in this promising and well compensated field. But even if you're not interested in becoming a data scientist, learning data skills and improving your data literacy can pay big dividends in your current career. So every company want their professionals, want their employees to learn some data science skills. Okay, so every employee is undergoing a course, maybe of a 1 week or a 1 month course of data science to upgrade their data handling skills. Okay, employees who have data skills and can help their companies become more data driven are in high demand across almost any industry. Okay, then so the agenda of today's this lecture, you can see, you will understand how to learn data science. Do you need a data science certificate? What skills do data scientists need to succeed? Data scientist top skills, data scientist platforms and tools, and finally we will see top 6 data scientist skills you need in 2021. All right, so let's begin with it. So how to learn data science? How do you start to learn data science? The response to this question tends to be a long list of courses to take and books to read, starting with linear algebra or statistics. So I went through myself a few years ago when I was learning. I had no programming background. Okay, I had no idea what is Python. I had no idea what is R. I had learned C, C++, Java, but Python was a very new programming language for me, and I was little scared about machine learning, data science, these technologies. But I knew that I wanted to work with the data. Okay, I was very passionate about machine learning. Okay, I can't fully explain how immensely demotivating it is to be given a huge list of resources without any context. So when you are a small kid, if your teacher gives a lot of textbooks to you and say you need to read all these, okay, it's just like that situation. I struggled with this approach because there are so many resources available in internet. You don't know where to start with, and it's very demotivating, and you have a lot of passion for your dearest technologies, but you don't know where to start with, and you don't have a mentor. All right, so these are very painful situations. If I had started learning data science this way, I would never have kept going. Some people learn best with a list of books, but I learn best by building and trying things. Okay, so it's better to use internet for this purpose. Okay, because wherever you have any doubt, you can just search that doubt and you can understand what the concept is all about. And we learn when we are motivated, and when I know why I'm learning something, okay, it makes me more excited. From my conversations with new learners over the years, I know many other learners feel the same way. There is some science behind this. So when you like something, you do it better, right? So when you learn this way, you come out with immediately useful skills. That's why I don't think your first goal should be to learn linear algebra or statistics. If you want to learn data science, just pick up some data science skills. Your first goal should be to learn to love data. Okay, the first thing, you should learn data. Data is everywhere. Data can be structured data, semi-structured data, or unstructured data. So the first step, learn to love data. Nobody ever talks about motivation in learning. Data science is a broad and fuzzy field, which makes it hard to learn, really hard. Without motivation, you will end up stopping halfway through and believing you cannot do it. When this happens, the fault is not with you, it's with teaching. Okay, so when you read most textbooks, you feel lost, like you don't have the idea what are you going to do next. You need something that will motivate you to keep learning even when it's midnight. The formulas are starting to look blurred, and you are wondering if neural networks will ever make any sense. You need something that will help you find the linkages between statistics, linear algebra, and neural networks. Something that will prevent you from struggling with. So the main entry point to data science was predicting the stock market, then analyzing the credit risk. Okay, so analyzing the human resource department. All right, so these are the hot technologies to apply in data science. So these things I did not know at the time. Some of the first programs I coded to predict the stock market involved almost no statistics, but I knew where they weren't performing well, so I worked day and night to make them better. I was obsessed with improving the performance of my programs. I was obsessed with the stock market, credit card risk, then medical history of the parents. So these are very motivating to study. So these were my motivation. So the first thing you need to do is to learn to love the data. Take control of your learning by tailoring it to what you want to do and not the other way around. All right. Then the second step you can see, learn data science by doing it. So learning about machine learning, neural networks, image recognition, and other cutting edge technologies is important. But most data science doesn't involve any of it. Okay. So as a data scientist, 90% of your work will be data cleaning. Then knowing a few algorithms really is better than knowing a little about many algorithms. So you can learn at least some 5 to 6 algorithms. You need to have a clear crystal understanding about those algorithms. If you know linear algebra, no. If you know linear regression, k-means, clustering, and logistic regression, well, you can explain and interpret the results and actually complete a project from start to finish with them. you will be much more employable than if you know every single algorithm but cannot use them. Okay, so you know the basics of all the algorithms, but try to study some 3 or 5 algorithms in deep, okay, in depth, so that you should know where to apply them. So this will help you to get a job very easily. Most of the time when you use an algorithm, it will be a version from a library. You will rarely be coding your own. Okay, so Python comes with so many languages, so many libraries, so many packages inside it, which you can directly use them to develop a project. So this is a helpful approach from the languages like Python or R languages. All right, so you need to just remember the packages and use them in your project. You don't have to code them from beginning. What all this means is that the best way to learn is to work on projects. By working on projects, you will gain skills that are immediately applicable and useful. Okay, you will get a lot of data sets freely from the internet. Okay, so whatever type of data set you need, you can get it from the internet with free of cost. Okay, so this was the second step, learn it by doing it. Then the third one is to learn how to communicate the insights. Data scientists constantly need to represent the results of their analysis to others. Doing this well can be the difference between being an okay data scientist and a great one. Okay, data analysis is typically only valuable in a business context if you can convince other people at your company to act on what you found. And that means learning to communicate the data. So communication skill plays a lot of important role to get employed. So you know the communication skills, you have the qualifications, and they will train you in about 1 month and you are perfectly ready to take the tasks. Okay, so communication is very important. It's hard to get good at communicating complex concepts effectively, but you need to start trying with an efficient communication. You need to start a blog. Okay, try to reach your less tech savvy friends. Okay, try to speak at meetups, then use GitHub to host and share your analysis. All right, so these are a few things to do for communicating the insights. The fourth one is learn from your peers. It's amazing how much you can learn from working with your friends, right? In data science, teamwork can also be very important in a job setting. Data scientists often work as a part of team, and lone data scientists at smaller companies will typically work together with other teams at their company to solve specific problems. So what do you need to do? How do you learn from peers? Is find people to work with at meetups, contribute to open source packages, message people who write interesting data analysis blogs. Okay, so these things you can try up. Then finally, constantly increase the level of difficulty. Are you completely comfortable with the project you're working on? If yes, was the last time you used a new concept a week ago? Then it's time to work on something more difficult. Data science is a steep mountain to climb, and it's easy to stop climbing. But of course, if you stop climbing, you will never make it to the top. If you find yourself getting too comfortable, here are some ideas that can add some complexity and challenge to almost any data science project. So you need to work with a larger data set. You need to work with a complex data set. See if you can make your algorithm faster. How would you scale your algorithm to multiple processes? Try to reach a novice to do the same things you're doing now. Okay, so these are the steps how to learn data science. Next we will see, so these points are covered. So learn to love data, then learn data science by doing, then learn to communicate insights, learn from your peers. Okay, constantly increasing the level of difficulty. Next, we will see if you need a certificate of data science. Having a certification on your resume is a very good thing. So you can approach many course providers. So there are so many organizations that will provide a very detailed and efficient course curriculum. They have good trainers, good tutors. Okay. So having a certification on your resume is a very good thing to do. What's more important to employers is the skills you have. Okay. So a certificate by itself doesn't tell an employer anything about your skills. It is just a proof that you studied a topic. But getting a certificate from reputed organizations is a great benefit and a great advantage, and also a great added advantage. So the certificate programs can be incredibly valuable if they can teach you the skills you need effectively. Programs and platforms that offer certifications can still be a great investment, but it's important to keep in mind that their values lie in the skills they can teach you. Okay, so whatever they teach you, you need to be able to apply them. So all these things make you a deserving employee. When employers look at your resume, they're going to be looking at your skills, your project portfolio, and your relevant experience. A certificate is also very likely to come in their decision. So focus on acquiring a certificate and also the needed skills to learn a course, okay, to learn a new topic. Then you need a degree in data science. Having a data science degree on your resume might help you get a job, but having a degree takes 1 year or 2 years of time, which is very much to afford, right? You have less time, you have less patience. So having a degree is too long. It's a long procedure. All right. So the course of duration, maybe of 5 months or 6 months, will be very helpful, and they will be specific in what they teach you, and they'll be specific in what type of job you need. All right. Universities can also be subject to institutional inertia and slow to adapt. So you can end up wasting time studying older technologies that aren't as relevant in the current business environment. There are many other examples of people who have successfully learned data science on their own using a course and reached a high level in the industry without needing a specialized degree. Okay, so the degree is not that good when you compare it with a certification. All right, so certification will be much comfortable, easier, less time consuming, and more likely to get you a job. If you have the time and money to get a university degree in data science, adding it to your resume can definitely help you. But it is very possible to learn all the necessary skills faster and much more affordably using a course. Not having a data science degree will not hurt you in the job market as long as you have the necessary skills. Next, what skills do data scientists need to succeed? The list of skills that fall under data science is huge. You might have seen this intimidating image somewhere on the web. So based on job posting and what data scientists report doing at work, the most fundamental data science skills are: you need to learn programming language, most preferably Python or R language. So these two languages are most relevant and reliable for learning data science, machine learning, deep learning, or artificial intelligence. Then you need to have fluency with popular packages and workflows for data science tasks in your language of choice. if you choose Python, for example, you should be familiar with libraries like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, SciPy, Scikit, okay, and scikit-learn. And you should be comfortable with cleaning, analyzing, and visualizing data using them. You need to be able to write SQL queries. So SQL, DBMS, these are necessary skills because you're dealing with data. Then you need to have statistics knowledge and methods. You need to have basic machine learning and modeling skills. You need to have workflow and collaboration skills. Okay. So these are the necessary skills to succeed for the data scientists. So far, I told you the step-by-step approach to learn data science and how to actually become a data science, and is a degree relevant or is a course more relevant than a degree. So we understood these things. So let's move on to the next topic. So what are the top skills to have for a data scientist? So data scientist, if you ask a technologist interested in crunching data, they will tell you it's a potentially lucrative, intellectually fulfilling career. If you ask a CEO, they'll probably say that data scientists mean the difference between strategic success and failure. But how to become one data scientist? At the most basic level, data scientists analyze massive data sets for insights that can change how companies operate and strategize. The terms data scientist and data science are relatively new, first appearing a little over a decade ago. The time as big data emerged into the mainstream as a buzzword. As companies fight with ever expanding databases, data scientists must use a portfolio of tools to figure out what data means and how they use their soft skills, such as communication, to actually overcome the conflicts and confusions with data. Data science is also very much a growth industry. According to many surveys, data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning, okay, all these are in the top 10 skills every company is looking for. Over the past few years, multiple studies have confirmed that many data scientists already know Python is a necessary programming language when it comes to anything related to data crunching. Although our language remains a favored language for data analysis among many academic institutions, Python has the advantage of being an immensely popular programming language, which means that many technologists who enter data science field have already learned it in school or on their own. Okay, so let's see what are the top skills for the data scientist. So you need to have scikit knowledge, so it's very useful in data science. Okay, you need to have pandas. Okay, then you need to have the big knowledge on classification algorithms. Okay, then you need to learn a lot of things about model building, NumPy, then unsupervised learning, supervised learning, okay, pipelining. Okay, so pipelining is a very important concept in TensorFlow, and TensorFlow is a library from Google, right? Then data engineering, okay, then you need to have Python, machine learning, SQL, data analysis knowledge, data mining knowledge, R programming knowledge. Okay, so these are the top skills for the data scientist. Then what are the platforms and tools of data science? So we have PostgreSQL, RapidMiner, K9, Data Wrapper, Tableau, SAS sentiment analysis, then Google Fusion tables, then Apache Hadoop. So these tools and platforms are very important for data science. Then what are the data scientist career paths? Okay, so what is the scope? What are the future scopes for data scientists? So let's see the data scientist career paths. So for those engineers and analysts who decide that they want a more strategic role within their organizations, becoming a data scientist is a good choice. After all, they already have many of the data-centric skills necessary for the scientist role. Plus, organizations, despite for data science talent, might prove amenable to paying for whatever classes necessary to elevate an engineer or analyst to data scientist. It's potentially easier and cheaper than sourcing someone from the outside. Okay. So what are the data scientist career paths? For those who decide to take the plunge into the data science industry, there are a few different career options. For many, getting a master's degree in some aspect of data science, predictive analytics, machine learning, or statistics is a good way to establish a presence in the industry. Okay. So we will see what is the education for a data scientist. While universities offer plenty of opportunities to learn the fundamentals of data science, not everyone has a chance to spend 3 or 4 years in class. With that in mind, there are also data science boot camps such as NYC Data Science Academy and Data Science Dojo that offer accelerated courses, and Uplatz. So these institutions offer a better curriculum for data science, and they make the students job ready within a short period of time. So be warned, however, that those boot camps are often expensive and intense, and you need to be ready to learn a lot of information very, very quickly. So boot camps will be hardly for 1 week, and you have to learn a lot of things in that 1 week, so which is quite difficult. So rather than a degree of 3 or 4 years, or rather than a boot camp of 1 week, so you need to be able to learn data science with a optimal time of 4 to 6 months. So I suggest you have a course that will make you job ready, take some responsibility of getting you into the industry. All right. So if you're good at self-directed learning, you can also check out some online courses like Harvard, Udemy, Uplatz, Coursera, right? So all these edX, so all these online courses will be very helpful for you to equip with the necessary skills for becoming a data scientist. Fortunately, employers desperate for data scientists are often willing to foot the bill for you to attend a boot camp or similar course. Then you need to ask your office management if this is an option. Then with the maturation of artificial intelligence and machine learning, data scientists also have another potential career path that heavily leverages machine learning and artificial intelligence. Given the excitement at many firms over the potential of machine learning, it's no surprise that data scientists who embrace these technologies can find their careers fast-tracked. But as anyone who's explored AI, ML will tell you, there's a lot of education involved. So be prepared with that. As machine learning and AI become a more integral part of data science, you will also see data scientists and machine learning engineers freely jumping between more advanced roles. Okay, how do actual data scientists progress their careers? What are their biggest challenges and what do they consider important? Okay, so let's see them one by one. So what are the entry level data scientist skills? So the entry level data scientist skills are data science, machine learning, Python, okay, R language, research, okay, then SQL, data analysis, analytical skills, teamwork, and communication skills. So if you have these knowledges, then you are fit for the entry level data scientist role. Okay, so data science, machine learning, Python, R, then some research, then SQL knowledge, data analysis, analytical skills. All right. So if you are just starting out a career in data science, it's important to seize any opportunities you can to break into the industry. And that can mean everything from participating in forums to going to meetups to competing in data centric contests. Take a case, okay, take a choice and you will be ready for job. Then the whole process starting with the client's needs and ending up with verifying whether the members' solutions actually meet those needs gave him a very good overview of whole data science landscape. Then we will see what are the mid-level machine learning engineer skills. So for the mid-learning machine level engineering role, you need to have the skills like artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, then natural language processing, data science, Python, C++, SQL, and Java. So once you come from entry level to mid role machine learning engineer, then you need to be able to understand what artificial intelligence is, what is deep learning, what is natural language processing, what is Python, what is data science. Okay, so machine learning and AI are new and very vast fields, but data scientists are already establishing career pathways that leverage these technologies. Then up next, what are the mid-level data scientist skills? So for the mid-level data scientist role, you need to have the skills on data science, machine learning, Python, NLP, artificial intelligence, deep learning, SQL, statistics, communication skills, and mentorship. So now you are not only a developer, you can also be a team lead, okay, and a very important member in your company. Along with the necessary technical skills, you need to also have some very good communication skills, then some mentorship skills, all right, some statistics skills. Once a data scientist has built up a little bit more experience, they can begin targeting mid-level positions. In this middle tier, soft skills such as communication begin to come into play just as much as hard analytical ones. Okay, so be informed about that. So finally, once you are on the top notch, what are the skills for the director of data science? So to become director of data science, you need to have data science skills, then machine learning skills, very importantly leadership skills, then decision making skills, thought leadership, communication skills, NLP, Python, artificial intelligence, and deep learning. So in order to climb to the very top as data scientist, you must demonstrate an ability to guide teams and confidently oversee strategic data analysis of all types. You must also stay aware of the latest technologies. Okay. Then data scientist roles and average salaries. So you can see here a junior or associate data scientist get an average salary of $95,000 every year. An average data scientist gets around $110,000 every year. Then an AI or machine learning engineer gets anywhere about $130,000 every year. The data science manager or the architect gets around $140,000 every year. The chief, senior, or principal data scientist gets around $150,000 every year. Then, very importantly, the director of data science gets around $170,000 every year. And the good news is that it's very possible for someone on a data scientist track to attain a lucrative position within a relatively short period of time. But when it comes to higher earnings, specialization and skills are the key. As data science becomes sexier as a career path, more people are attracted to it, and the talent pool is also swelling. Standing out amid that pool depends on your ability to do what others simply cannot. Okay? It's clear that education is key when it comes to data science positions. When it comes to experience, some around 54% have been in the data science industry for the last 3 to 5 years, while 20.7% have been there less than 2 years. Okay. Then what are the demand for data scientists? So there's a huge demand for data scientists. It will not fade off in at least 15 to 20 years. Okay. The data is getting increased every minute. So there's a huge demand for data scientists. The demand for data scientists continues unabated. Okay. Then let's see what are the top 6 data scientist skills you need in 2021. So there are some technical skills and non-technical skills for you to become a successful data scientist. So if you are an aspiring data scientist, the information is that it can help you guide you on your path toward a lucrative career in this exciting and growing industry. If you are a data analytics or director at an organization, you can leverage the information to train your existing team of data scientists with the top data science skills, which can make them more productive and efficient with their work. So what are the technical skills required to become a data scientist? One of the most important technical data scientist's skill is statistical analysis and computing, mining and processing large data sets. This also includes extracting the data that is considered valuable. Some data scientists have a PhD or master's degree in statistics, computer science, or engineering. This educational background provides a strong foundation for any aspiring data scientist and also teaches the essential data scientist skills and big data skills needed to succeed in the field, including mathematics, programming, and statistics. There are some schools that now offer specialized programs tailored to the educational requirements for pursuing a career in data science, giving students the option to focus on the field of study they are more interested in and in a shorter period of time. Okay, this is very important. So first skill you need to have is programming. You need to have knowledge of various programming languages, most preferably Python, Perl, R language. Python, the most common coding language required in data science roles. These programming languages help data scientists organize unstructured data sets. You need to have the knowledge of SAS, that is sentiment analysis, and other analytical tools. An understanding of analytical tools is a helpful data scientist skill for extracting valuable information from an organized data set. SAS, Hadoop, Spark, Hive, and R are the most popular data analytical tools that data scientists use. Certifications on these can help you establish your expertise in these analytical tools and help you gain this valuable data scientist skill. You need to adapt at working with unstructured data. Data scientists should have experience working with unstructured data that comes from different channels and sources. For example, if a data scientist is working on a project to help the marketing team provide insightful research, the professional should be well adept at handling social media as well. Then you need to have some non-technical skills required to become a data scientist. Along with the technical data scientist skills, we will now shift our focus on non-technical skills that are required to become a successful data scientist. These refer to personal skills and as such can be difficult to assess simply by looking at educational qualifications. So they include a strong business acumen. The best way to productively channel technical skills is to have a strong business acumen. Without it, an aspiring data scientist may not be able to discern the problems and potential challenges that need to be solved in order for an organization to grow. This is essential for helping the organization you are working for explore new business opportunities. Then strong communication skills. Next on the list for top data scientist skills is communication. Believe me, it's a very, very important skill. Data scientists clearly understand how to extract, understand, and analyze data. However, for you to be successful in your role and for your organization to benefit from your services, you should be able to successfully communicate your findings with team members who don't have the same professional background as like you. Then you need to have great data intuition. This is perhaps one of the most significant non-technical data scientist skills. Valuable data insights are not always apparent in large data sets, and a knowledgeable data scientist has intuition and knows when to look beyond the surface for insightful information. This makes data scientists more efficient in their work, and gaining this skill comes from experience and the right training. However, this data scientist skill comes with experience and boot camps also, and these are a great way of polishing it. Okay, so they mainly come from experience, and some spark or some boot camps are a great way to polish it. So this was the guide for you to understand the steps of becoming a successful data scientist and also how to learn data science. All right, so I guess it will be helpful for you, and I suggest again I suggest you take a best course on the technology or language you want. Okay, and I wish all the best for your future endeavors. All right, thank you.